This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We try and teach and entertain every day. We're going to give you 9 quick stories that we're following today. We hope you find these interesting. I certainly do. First, Elon Musk has now reached $400 billion in net worth. That seems like a lot of money. Second, Bitcoin and Tesla keep rising. Third, MicroStrategy, which is built off of Bitcoin investments, is up now nearly 500% year to date. That's an insane amount. I wish I'd invested in MicroStrategy. Fourth, another company I wish I'd invested in was Carvana. It's up 374% year to date. Just a couple years ago, it looked like it was going broke. Fifth story that we're following today, JetBlue trying to transform itself out of being a discount airline, trying to be more like United, American, and Delta. Its stock rose 11% yesterday on that news. Sixth, Marvell Technology, chip maker most people aren't that familiar with. It's an AI chip maker. It is going through the roof. It's now worth more than Intel is worth. Just another story about not being in the commodity business. Next story that we're following, CVS Health and the big insurance companies took it on the chin yesterday as Congress looked at a rule to outlaw PBM ownership by insurance companies. 2 other stories we're following today, and this is sort of the return of the go private transaction where private equity goes after big publicly traded companies. 2 companies in the news here. Patterson Dental's agreed to a go private transaction valued about $4.1 billion. That's fascinating, and private equity just needs big targets to go after to put some of their money to work. And finally, Walgreens is also to be in discussions with a go private transaction. The latest suitor is Sycamore Capital. We'll see if somebody else rises to the front, but they seem to be very much into this discussion right now. And finally, 9, there's an article in the Wall Street Journal where doctors say that insurance companies are getting harder and harder to deal with. This is probably a surprise to no one, but it's interesting to see the amount of tension that's being dealt with this issue. At the end of the day, the combativeness between providers, patients, insurance companies should lead to a different, really, solution, which is that we figured a way to produce more doctors and nurses in our country, not less. But second, it might end up leading inadvertently to Medicare for all at some point as people grow to have more and more dislike for the insurance companies. I'm not saying that's the right strategy, but I'm saying at some point those discussions are going to come back into the fore. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We appreciate our listeners so much. We also appreciate our producer so much, Chanel Bunger. Just fantastic to work with every single day. Thank you so much for listening.
When you're part of a military family, you understand sacrifice and support. So at American Public University, we honor your dedication by extending our military tuition savings to your extended family. Parents, spouses, legal partners, siblings, and dependents all qualify for APU's preferred military rate of just $250 per credit hour for undergraduate and master's level programs. American Public University. Value for the whole family. Learn more at apu.apus.edu/military.